guys, so today I have the review of the MacKenzie Pottery Barn Lunchbox. This is in the classic style. And I wanted to go ahead and tell you my thoughts on this lunchbox and how it worked out for us, my daughter's first year of school. So for those of you who don't know, if you're new to my channel, I live in Ontario, Canada, and school starts for kindergartners. They have 2 years of kindergarten, junior kindergarten, and senior kindergarten, and school starts at 4 years old. But you can start school at 3.5 years old. Well, you just have to be 4 by the end of December of that school year, which was the case with my daughter. So her birthday's at the tail end of December, and so she started school at 3.5 years old. So this lunchbox has sort of been taken care of by somebody who doesn't necessarily have a whole lot of respect for things and keeping them, neat and tidy and well taken care of. So this lunchbox has been put through a lot of abuse, as you can see here, some of this mess right here. This is actually plasticine, which is like Play-Doh. My daughter had tucked some into this zipper part. You can maybe sort of, I don't know if you can really see in there. She had tucked some in here, and I stuck her lunchbox in the washing machine and dried it, of course, and boom, ruined it with the plasticine. So we would probably be able to get another year's use out of this lunchbox, but with that mess everywhere, that is not something that we're going to be doing. So let me tell you my thoughts on this lunchbox in particular. First of all, it held up really, really well despite this mess here. With the abuse of a kindergartner, it worked really well. And my daughter went to school every day, like Monday to Friday, all day. And in her class, they had a morning snack as well as their lunch. So she was accessing this lunchbox twice a day. When I was looking for a lunchbox for her, I wanted something that was going to be easy for her to get in and out of, and I wanted something that wasn't going to be difficult to pack. I wanted to be able to put good lunch containers in here and make it really easy for her. So we did opt to have her name embroidered on the front. Within the first week, right here at this Y, it started to fray a bit, so I wasn't very impressed with that. Moving forward, if we were to purchase another Pottery Barn lunchbox, I would not get the optional embroidery. I did decide to get it in the beginning because this lunchbox, the print matches the print off her backpack, and because she was 3.5 years old, I wanted to make sure that she could sort of associate, okay, this is my lunchbox because it also matches my backpack. And then if the off chance that another child had this lunchbox, I wanted her name to be on it so that she'd be able to identify that, yes, that is her lunch. Just because being so young, I just wanted to make it easy for her. So the lunchbox itself comes with a pouch on the side to put their water in, and I was so happy with this pouch. Like, I just loved it. As you can see, like, there's a string here that's kind of, is that even, no. Yeah, so the string here, like, I could just easily cut that off and that would be fine. We are not actually repurchasing this, another Pottery Barn lunchbox. Like I said, I am in Canada. The dollar is not great right now, and to actually get this lunchbox with shipping was going to be over $40. So, and that was with a 25% off sale. So we will not be getting another one. And I've been disappointed in a lot of the lunchboxes that I've looked at. They do not have a drink carrier here. And I did like that for her because it was just one less thing that she needed to carry into her classroom, and it was able to stay with her lunchbox. So I really liked that. This lunchbox itself, we have thrown in the washer like several different times. She's had yogurt kind of spill in her lunchbox or different things like that, and it needed to be cleaned, or it just, kind of plain old got grimy. And I just simply tossed it right into the washing machine, and I dried it. So inside, you can kind of see that it did sort of, by drying it, it did sort of, I guess, warp it. But that was no problem at all because the lunch containers that we used inside of here just poked that right out, and it didn't affect anything at all. It was no big deal. So it was able to be relatively very, very clean despite the accidents that happened in here. So this is what it sort of looks like inside. Again, when you purchase it, it will be, you know, not sunken in like that. The handle is very padded. It's, again, a very thick padding. If you saw my review on the MacKenzie backpack, this lunchbox handle is very similar to the straps of the backpack. On the back here, it does have these loops, and these are designed to clip into the MacKenzie backpack so that your child can have their backpack strapped on their back, and then this can be strapped to the backpack itself. We didn't do that option because my daughter's very little and it made her very top heavy, so we didn't really do that much, but that option is there if you do have an older child who brings home a lot of things from school and their backpack is very full. So again, when you open it back up, there's a spot here for your name, phone number, address, and email address. We just stuck a label here with her name. I didn't want to write our information in just in case it changed. So we had a label there. That's why that looks a little bit funny like that. The label peeled off at the end of the school year. And then there is this netted part right here. And I use this part to put her ice pack in so that her lunch would stay nice and cool. And then there is, again, the pocket on the front. And in that pocket, I would stick a napkin. Show you what I did. I would have a napkin, and then I also used these antibacterial hand wipes from the Up and Up brand, which is a Target brand. So my daughter is really fastidious about having clean hands, so she went through many of these tools. Before I initially bought this lunchbox, I was looking for containers that would fit inside of it. I found that really the Pottery Barn MacKenzie lunchboxes were designed for the Pottery Barn lunch containers. They do carry their own line of lunch containers to put, you know, your food in, and those were sized to fit specifically for their lunch boxes. That isn't to say you can't find containers that will work, but some of the main marketed ones that are out there do not fit in here at all. So like easy lunchbox containers did not fit in here. The Rubbermaid lunch blocks system, my daughter had a really difficult time opening and closing that. Again, she was 3.5 years old, so your child might be able to open that a whole lot better. But to my recollection, it did not fit in here with the ice pack underneath, and that only allowed for just a couple containers to be in here. I liked the system that we did end up going with, and I will show you the containers that we purchased and kind of how they fit in here. So we purchased these Snapware containers, and they have these little locking mechanisms on each side. They're very easy for my daughter to open and close. And inside of here, I used to stick little containers. So I'll show you some of the things that I use. Things like this, I just kind of purchased a few of these random little containers at my grocery store, and they fit all nicely in here. And so I could compartmentalize her food. I'll show you how it all fit. So I would do it just like this. It fits perfectly in there, and then it left this space for other containers. So some of the other containers I used were these ones from the Dollar Tree. They have that same sort of snapping mechanism that the Snapware containers do, and they would fit right in there as well. And sometimes I would do two. So maybe one would have grapes and another one would have pretzels. And it still left this container right here. So you could really easily divide up this Snapware container itself. You could have maybe 4 different food items in here. Or sometimes I would do like, a veggie and, a dip. And then here I would put kebabs. And then we do, for like a snack, she'd have pretzels, and then underneath would be, grapes or something like that. And then here, I was able to stick these containers, again, these were from the Dollar Tree as well. You get, I think, like 20 in a pack, and they're really great containers for dips or small items. Like sometimes we'd stick like a few little M&Ms or a little chocolate treat in here as a dessert for the day. And it would just tuck in right there. And I'd often do dried fruit in here too. I would go to the bulk food store and I would get different, different dried fruit to put in there. So, and then I would have her ice pack right here at the top. It would zip all up. We would stick her water bottle right here on the side, and we were good to go. So, that is what we did. And some of the other, I'll show you some of the other containers that we used. I have this metal tin. This was from Target. That holds lots of snacks. This was another little container. And again, this was really great for small snacks. This is an example of a container that I would stick right inside of the snapper container. My daughter really liked turkey pepperettes, so I would chop them up into bite-sized pieces and stick them all in here, put them inside the snapper container. And I would do 2 other containers in there with other foods, put this lid on, and everything stayed nice and tight and really good. So I will give you a review on a couple other Pottery Barn pieces that we purchased. One is their steel water bottle, and they're marketed to actually go with the lunch boxes. They have different patterns on them. So for instance, the one that we had the zebra print pattern on it. I believe you can get them monogrammed with your child's name. We didn't do that, and I was really glad I did because the water bottle was overpriced as it was, and within the first week it had scratched considerably, like to the point where it looked terrible. And within the first couple months of school, the spout itself fell off completely, and we had to throw the whole water bottle away. It was definitely not worth the money. I would not get it if I were you. If you have money to burn and that's something that you want, just the whole matching system like I did. I didn't have money to burn, but they were at a really good price when I purchased them. I would skip that completely. The one other thing that we did get was this silverware container, and again, this is from Pottery Barn, and I really did like this. It was easy to open, and they have a bunch of different colors that you can purchase. We picked pink because it matched her stuff, and you get a fork and a spoon, and they are very nice quality. They held up very, very well. And she was just, easy to put inside of the case and take with her if she needed a fork and spoon. Of course, you could always just do plastic silverware, but I just really didn't have any, and this was just a better option for us so that we could, just wash and reuse it and not, I don't know, throw them out like excess garbage. I don't know. It just worked for us, so we have them, and they work great. So that is my review of the Pottery Barn MacKenzie lunchbox. Let me know if you have any questions down below. I will be happy to answer them. And so thanks so much for watching. If you guys want to subscribe, I would absolutely love it. Anyways, thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate you watching, and I will talk with you later. Bye!